All right, we're going to get aggressive for our second Singleton set today. So we have, I've basically, so you can see our curve here again. I think curve's the most important thing to consider when looking at these Singleton decks, because while you can't play multiples of cards, you do want multiple spots at each spot in your curve to fill in if you're looking to curve out. I'm playing all of the Nightfall cards along with Diana, and Nocturne is two of our champions. We're also playing Jinx, Vi, Ezreal, and Elise as other aggressively slanted champions in the deck. And then I've got basically all the aggressive cards in these three regions, as well as interaction with things like Thermo Beam and things like Mystic Shot and Get Excited, things along those lines. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this one. This one's playing a bunch of cards that I like, so let's go ahead and play some games. Are all of these Jeff Brews? This is a deck that I put together from cards that I enjoy. This was a deck that I pulled, someone posted on Twitter. I don't know. The deck that I pulled off of Twitter, though, isn't really anything super innovative. It's just like all the good mid-range cards in those three regions. This is a decent way to approach the Singleton format. I'll mulligan the Skitter, but yeah, this is fine. I would like a cheap one-drop to enable this ideally, but hand's reasonable. I think I want to rummage to enable Diana. We'll go ahead and get Ezreal down here.
Have three.
Have three. So I think I'm going to...
I've always been a fun guy.
I think we're gonna go ahead and Mystic Shot this, plus play Diana to hook and kill it. Seems pretty reasonable.
Go boy, yep, I'm flying.
By the moon's crescent blade.
It's still been trailing off Fikra from the, and I'm expecting it to trail off a little bit more. So for example, I was a little bit over 2,000 subscribers when I was a little bit over 2,000 subscribers when I decided to take a longer break from Magic, and 20% of my subs said they were going to drop off if I didn't go back to Magic, so I was expecting it to level out somewhere in the 15 to 1600 range, which would be more than appropriate. Like I said, my goal is to try and stay above 1500. I'm more than willing to take a bit of a pay cut to play games I like more, but also just need to make sure that I still able to pay the bills. I think we're just playing out Jump Wump this turn. He gives us some Mushroom Clouds that we can rummage away, which is nice. And then, like, next turn we can go rummage, loot through these, then maybe play a Nightfall unit. Speaking of mushrooms, I'm supposed to open on attacks here. If I'm only playing out a 2-1, I'm probably supposed to open on attacks. Actually, let's play Stygian to start here. And then if they play something out that's scary, we could play Vi to hook it inside of combat.
There's a right tool for everything.
So let's attack with these then. Because they want to block with this, we can Pale Cascade.
You don't have clarity.
Guard's pretty scary if it sticks around. It's definitely worth getting rid of. So here I basically need to decide what do I think my role is. If I think I need closing power and I'm the beatdown, I want to take the Immortal Fire. But if I think I'm a more controlling route, the Warrior could be correct. I think I'm gonna take the Immortal Fire. I have Vi in hand to interact with the board a bit already. So hopefully she'll end up being sufficient for that route. It's not a terrible pickup. We'll get to Gotcha to kill this turn.
Who wants a taste of progress?
That's kind of scary. I'm not Funkle. 20 differently named cards is a lot. I'm simply playing this because a 5/5 elusive that draws a card when it comes into play is a good rate.
Testing.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
We are very important.
You cannot, Spawny. The prime glory is one and done. You get one shot at it. I don't think I've seen that animation before. I love that just like random comments I haven't seen before have reasonable quality animations in this game. Just such a great attention to detail. We're just killing this with Static Shock plus a Vile Feast here.
There's nothing to fear.
I think we play out Boom Kuruki here because I don't have any spells in my hand other than Jury Rig, so banking spell mana is not particularly useful at this opportunity. They open attacks here. They make me choose between eating this and trading here.
Get her out from the darkness.
That's not bad.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
So, the minus attack only lasts till end of turn, but the vulnerable is permanent. So I think we do this turn. And then next turn I can, like, Jinx into Pale Cascade to hook and kill this.
Just you and me, fish bones. And them.
And then bad pickup either. Might override our spider to get that down, depending on what they do here. Ruination. I mean, I think we're pretty okay with that, huh?
Here comes the punchline. Here's the fun part. Justice is served.
Nice, Foodie. Congrats.
Victory.
Here comes the punchline. Yep. He's got wonderful voice lines. Sweet. We're up to 32 people. I checked out the Vikings promo. Appreciate you all. Like I said, I get a bonus from them at 200 and 270 installs, so thanks everybody that takes a few minutes out of their day to do that. If you're someone watching this on YouTube in the future, or if you're watching it now live, you don't have a chance to do that right at the moment, I have until Sunday to get installs on that. So if you don't have time now, but have a few minutes later, Swain, Draven, Katarina, Garen. So, aggressively slanted mid-range most likely here. I'm going to keep Ezreal. I might mulligan the rest of these. Seems decent. Have Elise into Ezreal curve. Maybe I wait a turn on Ezreal so I can play him with Bastion up. Just like bank some spell mana. That might be the case. I can't play his Mystic Shot next turn anyways, so like I'm probably not in a huge rush to get him down. Yeah, I think with them just passing here, I just open on attacks with Elise for sure.
You won't suffer long.
It's Draven time.
Gotcha. Do I want to play you? I'm gonna bank spell mana for now, I think. Perfect, and rewarded, so now I get to go Cursed Keeper into Lanari Shadestalker here. It's a pretty decent stat line, especially against my Ezreal here.
God axes need victims.
You dare. Mother Moon Valerie.
Hush is not bad. gonna jury rig into a 3-5 here. 5-3. Whatever the stat line on here is. See what they do.
Loyalty through conquest.
I think we're just passing. Yeah, I'm supposed to attack with this to try and get the 4-3 is probably the case. It's probably a free point of damage I missed. I really want to play my 3-2 out because I'll just challenger it. I think that'll do big.
That's no way to treat your queen.
Treat your queen. Alright, so we're 1-1, but remember that loss doesn't count because it's not on 6 wins if we win the next one. So you get to continue playing unless you lose 2 in a row, with your last one having 1 shot at it. Zed, Kalista, Elise, Garen, Lucy. And so probably something aggressively slanted. And keep this mulligan for a better curve here. If I lose the next one, I'm done with Runeterra for the day. No, Avid. I plan to play this deck for at least an hour, just like all the other decks I usually play. The other one. I only ended the other one after we lost the game in the gauntlet because we've been playing for almost an hour and a half already.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
We'll just open attacks here and see what they do. A solid hit for 5. Opponent had a lot of aggressively slanted champions here, but no play so far is something.
We shall not rest until all betrayers.
It says fearsome, so they might just open on attacks with it. I think if they do that, we just gotcha it.
Trust is our weapon.
I think the meta is in a bad place compared to other patches. I don't think so. I think there are decks in the format that I'm not a huge fan of playing against, but I also think because Runeterra has such a diverse format on average, the decks I'm not a fan of playing against aren't super popular.
Sentinels of light.
I also think I'm almost assuredly more resistant to what people would claim is extra bad than normal, because like even Runeterra's formats that are supposedly really bad are like much better than the average Magic format that I've spent most of the last decade of my life playing. So I'm certainly biased.
Fast.
If you think Lee Sin is bad, imagine playing formats where half or more of the decks are different variations of the Lee Sin deck. That's Magic the Gathering.
Heart and sword for Demacia.
I think pirates are a little overtuned, and we'll probably see them get nerfed. I think Lee Sin's annoying to play against, and they're gonna adjust that too. But I also gain a lot of joy from the fact that, like, I know that those changes are going to come. Not that I'm gonna sit here and wait forever for them to happen. And that comments like that one there in chat are exactly why it's so hard to take community feedback seriously. Because, like, the idea that the Targon landmark is overtuned and needs to be changed is very, very nonsense, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know if I want to kill Sithra or if I want to kill Garen. It's probably Sithra. I think the Targon healing landmark's really sweet. I think it's a nice addition to diversification of styles of ways in which you can win in Runeterra. I think it's phenomenal, and I wouldn't change it. How would I change Vladimir? I have no idea. I think the landmark decks are sweet. I think they add a really nice diversity of play patterns to Runeterra. I'm gonna try and trade Vi for Garen here. He said before that happened.
Forgive me. Trouble coming at ya.
We're pretty wide here. I'm still at a decently high health, so, like, saying something like Judgment happening to us, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Their Garen is going to get to level here, but I'm going to get to deploy a bunch of stuff to the board in the meantime, so...
Be Demacia. Oh, fresh blood.
So, Vi's dead here, unfortunately.
To the face.
Oh, Jinx is dead too. Brutal.
Aggro follows.
Well, there goes our wide board.
Eat up, friend.
Oh wait, they're not gaining life. We can just kill them, right? We just, like, clap their face and doom beast them?
Got me. Enforcer down.
We must not relent.
Anything includes their face. They could have a drain one here, but outside of that, hopefully they're dead. Good stuff. Good stuff. A little bit of reach in our aggro deck, chat. We love to see it. The thing that I think makes the healing landmark more than fine is that in addition to there being landmark interaction, and we're going to get more landmark interaction the next card drop, most of the healing in those decks are cards you can interact with. So, like, for example, you can make that landmark worse by, like, killing Soraka. You can also make decisions inside of combat, such as not attacking in, to not let the landmark itself be healing things most turns. I think a card like Star Spring is hard for people to evaluate the power level of it because it's just very different than other things. Huh. I'm keeping Bile Piece, so it looks kind of aggressively slanted. Yeah, Star Spring has unique play patterns, like I said. And I think that's a good thing. It's part of the reason why I like it, but it also makes it a lot harder to evaluate as a card in terms of power level. Yeah, it's supposed to just eat their 1/1 there. They're not Bilgewater, so they don't have Vacant Rain. It's a nice draw. I'll take a cheap champion here. Souped up champion. I think whatever complaints might be close to valid regarding Starspring right now will definitely no longer be valid once every region can interact with landmarks.
Who's gonna get in my way?
Back, heretic.
I think I put this here, and we'll shoot this here. And then this spider can trade with this next turn. Okay.
Run while you
Doesn't mean everything.
We get patch notes tomorrow. Patch on Wednesday, patch notes on Tuesday. I think I take the Challenger Serpent here, huh? Let me try and hook this.
Calm mind and open heart greet the night.
Let's make it deep. No refund.
When others threaten, we must take action.
Rude.
Some rock got me good.
For the Empire!
Just you and me, Fishbones. And them.
And them. Guess I don't really want to trade either of these for their spider.
Anything helps.
You break it, you buy it.
Pretty okay with trading for these, though.
Hey, Mom's still like a yodel in uniform.
I'm gonna gem this so this can trade with this. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and play Stygian here on defense for this guy.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
Let's let some level Teemo. It's a little scary.
Ooh,
Getting punished because of the stun spider for not playing the otter out last turn.
adventure starts with mushrooms.
So we got 30 puff caps in our deck now. Just one per card. Morning Full Metal.
One star's whoopsie is another spark.
We're eating snow. We're supposed to get a wintry mix today.
Excuse you.
So, kinda. Arano, thank you for the 26 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
On the scene.
Thanks for keeping me around.
Oh yes, she does our visitors.
Is that like popcorn? Something like that.
Glory, courage, excuses for war.
Where do I live? I live in central Illinois. I'm about 2 hours south of Chicago. The Bloomington normal area, if you were familiar with that region. Swing. I'm not pooping, Jinx. Stop heckling me. I think I just have to play this out without Nightfall here.
Punch it.
I grew up in Decatur. Yeah, that's not far for me.
Trouble coming at ya.
Just had the sudden realization that Jeff's kids are children of the corn. Accurate statement. This play, I guess, is really bad if they have Noxian Fervor.
Got me.
Our vision.
Time for a true display of skill.
So we're hoping for a cheap spell or unit next turn. It's not quite what I was looking for.
Enter, traveler, and stop.
I was hoping to be able to do both of these this turn.
Big mission.
Little jerks grow up so fast.
Cold and unforgiving as moonlight.
I cannot turn back. I will be heard.
No.
Feel like I have to kill this.
Come, a new phase awaits.
I could attack with just this and hook the Ezreal. Maybe that's better.
Night descends. Face your head.
So I've got so many mushrooms in my deck, but like taking a hit from the Ezreal is probably not ideal. More Nimbus Sphinx. Correct. It's nice that she does not strike my face this turn. Big agree. So, how do we feel about gemming both of these? So that way our opponent doesn't have anything that Vi eats for free. I'm kind of into it.
I know what lurks in the
Thanks, Miss Sphinx. Appreciate it.
I tried being polite. Eat this!
So, dead to a couple of things here. Including mushrooms coming off the top of my deck here. That'll do, pig. That'll do. We had a couple of draws without any mushrooms on it, so that was a running list average. And again, that loss doesn't matter if we win the next one, so we had a 6-0 run through the start of the last gauntlet and lost the last one, but the losses in between early on don't matter as long as you don't take 2 in a row. Welcome to everybody hanging out in the stream this morning, by the way. Up to almost 400 people in here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Chef Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here doing Runeterra and other card games every single morning, Monday through Friday. Usually do 2 decks every single morning. I also do variety stuff in the evenings, a lot of story-driven, single-player and turn-based strategy games. If you're into that type of stuff, feel free to give the channel a follow and stop by again sometime. Everything I stream goes up on my YouTube channel. So if you miss anything that sounds sweet, you can check out all of the full replays there. Just got a pretty crazy mix of champions here. A lot of these are more mid-rangey and controlling, but these are kind of aggressive, so it could go either way. I think I'm just going to mulligan these 2 and keep my 1 and my 2 for curve considerations to start.
The journey is difficult. These will protect you. Heed the bar.
I do not have any submissions waiting on responses at the moment, so if you send something in, you definitely have an email waiting for you. We just open attacks here, smack them for 4. What made me decide to start streaming? I like doing it. So my channel has been partnered for a little over 5 years now, and obviously I was streaming for a good while before I got my channel partnered. Playing games anyways, and some of my friends said I should stream them because they wanted to watch, and then it kind of snowballed from there. I've been fortunate enough to call streaming my full-time job for a little over 2 years now. Oh, that was largely built doing magic stuff. Currently branching out a little bit and trying to see if I can do things that are not magic and still be fortunate enough to call it a job. You've stunned my Dorko. Afternoon, YZ. Ah, makes sense. I'll take the 2-for-1 there. Hey, Thorbrand, thanks for shipping your Beza bucks this way this month. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff you can send that to. Thanks for sending it my way and keeping me employed. Now the question is, do I want to open for 5 and or give them a chance to block? I think we just want to open for 5 here. They have a number of decent 5 drops here. Would be fairly sizable blockers.
Who's angry for action,
And here's where I'd paint my constellation.
Hey, Lord Odin. Runeterra is great. You're great. Take my money. Thanks for the 3rd of year. Welcome back. That seems good. If we bank spell mana, we could do that as early as 2 turns from now.
You wanted rough.
Have plenty of jump blockers in the meantime. dead on you enough. Think I'm into the warrior?
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
They managed to find the remote. The remote is... The remote, when you have small children, is basically Schrodinger's remote. It is always simultaneously missing and also somewhere in the basement with certainty.
Who likes their odds, eh?
Can I paint you? Spilled.
Maybe I should have put...
No use. Lock the doors.
I think we just open on attacks here. I could gem the Boom Crew rookie before I open attack, so that way if they want to kill the Boom Crew rookie in combat, they have to trade their jack. I think I like that,
These gems
that
granted
sequence.
them common.
What's your wager? What a waste.
Based on my last subscriber survey, about 60% of my people that sub to my channel are here for primarily Runeterra stuff. Awesome. I don't know that it's, I don't really have a good way to exactly measure how many. I guess that's something I could pull. It's hard to know offhand how much of that percentage is people that are new for Runeterra stuff versus how many people came over with me from Magic. Because, like, for example, I've only been doing Runeterra stuff for about 3 or 4 months now. But, you know, we've got a lot of people that have been sub for even years at this point that are still here enjoying Runeterra stuff that I'm making at this point. Just gonna go ahead and do this now and kill this. I will say, children these days are spoiled in a lot of ways too, Logan. We have, my spoiled 5 and 6-year-old each have their own cell phone that doesn't actually make phone calls. It's basically like a tiny tablet. It's just hooked up to the Wi-Fi. They're mine and Christy's old phones that we went through. But we have them connected to a Google Home. So when they misplace their phones, I can pull up my phone and make Jake or Declan's phone ring wherever it is in the house, assuming the battery's not dead. So that's quite frequently Dad, I don't know where my phone is. Can you make it ring? Which is funny. Declan, that's true. I was about to say, Declan loses his phone often enough that I started making him complete tasks whenever he asked me to ring his phone. So, like, if he just starts proactively cleaning something that he normally wouldn't clean without being told, I know he's about to ask me to find his cell phone. Some count as very America, 1776. No, same deck still, Hamblin. So the way the gauntlets work is we're 3-2 in the gauntlet, but you don't lose out until you lose 2 in a row.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
We did, Hamlin. We ended up 6-1 in the first one.
Spitter out from the darkness.
So we have Hearthstone lethal here, even with their blocks. They have 12 mana and 5 cards though, so good chance they have some kind of interaction here. Opponent going to 2 with that block. That's pretty good.
Time to go.
They'll be blown in the water.
Wow, that's pretty good. Oh shit! Oh wait, did they kill my otter? Who is this hitting? No! Oh no! I can't Nova anymore. Wow, that's brutal.
One girl wrecking crew.
They killed this requires us to behold a celestial. You want me to mushroom in horror? I guess that could be okay. Let's start with this. We could just get a Drain Beast here if we're really lucky. Okay, that's not bad. Five pup caps, 27 cards. Nailed it. Nailed it, chat. They are Shadow Isles. They do have access to some healing here. Alright, slow and steady.
And that's a knockout.
What kind of cheer would it be for a Lux Swain build around? All deck submissions are $25, D-Rock, which is 2,500 bits. Alright, 3 wins. Slow and steady. By the way, for my Runeterra regulars, since the patch is coming Wednesday morning, I am flipping my schedule on Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, we're going to be playing Bastion, a variety game. And Wednesday night, we're going to do Runeterra so we can play after the patch. Because normally, Runeterra patches go live right as my stream is wrapping up. So rather than stream the format right before it changes. And as always, my schedule's up on my website and my Twitter. That has what I'm streaming when. Nah, build-arounds are fun for me, so they're all the same price. They are a little bit more work, but I generally enjoy doing it. Just open on a text here, right? Just get my gem in while the gemming is free.
Fortune favors the bold.
We just take the combat.
Sunlight guide you, my
Just
brethren.
good insurance button against any of these big pieces of top end. What does bump a deck by 1 point mean? If you look at the stream queue / deck queue on my website, there are a bunch of upcoming decks listed there. And all of the decks in that queue have a point total assigned to them. And the decks with the higher points are played first. Generally speaking, I play them from the top down. Originally subbed for Modern, stayed for Guild Standard, Pioneer, Historic, and now Runeterra. Happy I made the jump to Runeterra. Have to spend less on it with the free-to-play than I would in a single arena set and could be happier. Yep. Definitely respect your time.
Love ya.
I think I'd rather trade my Sump Treasure here to keep the gem flow going from my goat. Potentially. You have miscalled your misfortune. Let's start by attacking with the goat.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
I think Twisted Fizz is the best Starlit Seer deck I've played so far, but I also think there's probably other avenues to explore with it. For example, Starlit Seer alongside Gems is probably a very reasonable direction to build in. Sounds good, Triple D. Read. We have not seen anything on the KDA cards to my knowledge.
Set sail.
Block with the 2/2 here. Then we can finish her with Vile Feast, which is nice. I'll go ahead and Zaunite Urchin to start, though. See what we get.
Who need me? It's from my own. No seeds.
Wow, that's super punishing. I guess we'll play Vi out.
I'm doing this my way.
They'll attack with the Orange Man. This Orange Man is not bad, chat. He's really good.
Fresh out of mercy.
Really? The Misfortune attack seems real loose. I'll take it, though. Wonder if they have, like, a deal 3 lined up to finish this Vi off? Do Mentor to start and see what they do here. Mentor plus Vi kills this 4/5, and she survives, which is nice. I have Bastion to protect her here if they have some kind of interaction.
The few for the many. Freeze!
Do I gem her to level her up? It means I no longer have Bastion. I could just proactively Bastion her. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, this attack is probably free.
Your path ends
Yeah, because
here.
they're eating this anyways. That's really good. They popped her spell shield. Do they have a way? They have a deal 3 here, or a way to kill her. I'm gonna be a little bit sad. Oh, am I gonna burn a card? 9, no, we're good. This is a base 5, so we can heal this up to 4. Oh, you know what card I forgot to put in this deck? I totally forgot to put the Ibex in here. The thing that gives Overwhelm. Okay, so this is like very likely a Ravenous block. So I think we're gonna go ahead and heal this at least once. Let's say twice. Yeah, it's got base 5 toughness plus 2 more from the Mentor, so it's got up to 7 we could heal it technically.
Calm mind and open heart greet the night.
Tough is very, very good. You're not wrong.
Victory awaits. Loyalty through conquest.
Okay, so I think I gem this and play Horror because I want maximum blockers for Swain. This is fearsome. I guess this is bad if they have the deal 2 to an enemy as well as 1 to me because they'll kill this and hit me, which stuns this.
Witness
Blast 'em.
Defiance is our way.
Yeah, this block's probably bad with the Cosmic Inspiration in hand.
our boots are on their throats. Such little lies.
Come closer. I don't bite.
I am Lord and Master.
I'd never keep my guests waiting.
Fearsome, basically non-existent keyword at this point because all my things are +2/+2 from the Celestial card. Israel on casual 1 out of 10 towards leveling. Or easy.
I've whipped up something special.
Do we comment Vlad? Maybe? I guess he's kind of reach.
We must all make sacrifices.
Yeah, I guess I need to jump block Vlad here now. It is better to just comment him from the start. They just passed to me? Meow, meow, meow. I could be right to just open with Vi into Swain here too, but I only have 2 cards, so the odds of them stunning too many of our things seem low, so I think I want to just go wide here.
Ready, Rex?
Don't take out! For nothing.
Don't blink, or you'll miss me.
Spilled paint is just accidental art.
Accidental art, chat.
Watch and learn.
We could use a bite.
The game is very pretty, Bosso. Easily the most graphically beautiful game I've ever played. That's a card game.
Firing!
Well, our aggro deck ended up grinding them out, which is sweet.
Easy. Like my name.
Like my name. To 4 wins now? Alright, slow and steady. Great. Looks like something aggressive on the other side. I'm mulligan these two. This doesn't block, just looking for things that play to the board cheaply. What game mode is this? This is the Singleton Gauntlet. That's why you can see each of us have 3 regions available. If I'm not playing normal, standard, constructed, you can also always find the current format that I'm playing listed in the stream title.
Time to go!
I haven't been posting on Twitter every time I go live, Time Lord.
Don't blink, or you'll miss me.
My Twitter account has a lot less followers than my Twitch anyways. One of the things I did for mental health considerations was remove Twitter from my cell phone and my work computer, the 2 places where I spend the most time. Because social media is very toxic, chat. It's very easy to doom scroll. Catch you later, Funkle.
Charge!
You could definitely argue that I should just be an adult and not look at it, but I also know what I am and am not capable of, so taking it off the devices I use the most has worked the best for me for sure.
Just gonna put this here.
between me and glory.
It's a pretty big hit. Opponent's regions have a lot of reach in them.
Hope this works.
We're just going Boom Crew into Lenari Shepherd here. Shadestalker, whatever she's called. Morning, Jonah.
Remember the objectives.
We did win the last game at least, so if we get burned out here, we can be confident in knowing that we at the very least get to have another game after. I only doomscroll on the weekends now, so that's the Sunday night as existential crisis can start my week. Okay. So my elusives get to hit them here, hopefully.
Watch and learn.
And then the Mystic Shot. If Ezreal connects, he makes a Mystic Shot, which we can use to kill the Boom Crew rookie. Looking to dodge Gangplank here. Oh, they're not playing Gangplank. That's great.
Firing.
Fired.
Jack the winner would be real good here as well. The 5-drop that gives Overwhelm on support, also very good. So just looking to dodge their 5-drop bombs here. Sure. If they don't open on attacks, we'll get to Skitterer into Doombeast.
Who's gonna get in my way?
Must we fight?
Must we fight?
Run while you can.
Alright, we're not dead to decimate yet, chat. We will be eventually, but not quite yet. Hoping to draw a card that lets us Nightfall the Moonstalker next turn.
Won't find better this side of the sun.
Hey, back to dead to decimate range.
Come closer. I don't bite.
We have our Diana sweating emote lamped in. Come on now. They only have one. That's true. They only have one copy of Decimate.
Stop bragging if you could back it up. Watch and learn. Maybe you need a closer look.
All right, where is this Mystic Shot going? It might be going Domeward. Could be right to just kill their board too, though. The old slow roll Decimate, a tried and true classic. Hey, good morning, the Grateful Dead. Happy Monday.
That's no way to treat your queen.
Alright, and again, if we can get the next one, that loss doesn't matter. Just gotta try and not take 2 in a row here. Are we gonna do the 7-6 run? We won 2 in a row at one point already, so not quite 7-6, but we are heading at moseying on to like that approximate direction. I keep all these. Seems super reasonable. Yeah, definitely hand sucks keep territory. So like nothing to be super excited about, but like it's fine.
My turn.
I would love a way to gain some life against your Demacia Noxious aggressive deck. If they open attacks, I'm Pale Cascading for no cantrip to trade with the 4-3. Hopefully they get greedy and don't open attacks, then we can play Chump Wump, and Chump Wump's mushrooms will let us get excited here as well for decent value.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
Give him the clap, chat.
For the honor of my house.
Dusk approaches.
Spilled paint is just accidental art.
That's nice. I don't think I want to Pale Cascade and challenge this. They could have a trick. I think I'm just doing this, then attacking with my 4-power things. Because if they want to eat either of these with a trick, I'm okay with that. Of course, Diana's pretty far from leveling up, and we don't have that many Nightfall cards anyway, so maybe it's worth just jamming in with her in the Pale Cascade.
Like my blade?
Let's get a good look at you.
Depth, sure. Oh, yours was that cultist game, right, Beast Sphinx? That is a sizable Elefante, chat. Fingers crossed for no Rangers resolve when they attack this turn. GE. What does GE stand for?
Moonlight guide me.
I'm wondering why play Get Excited as the opener on the next turn when you could have played it the previous turn. Because I could have drawn a Nightfall card I wanted to trigger, Army. You're right that I technically exposed myself to tricks from them, or like give them an extra chance to draw a trick, but there's a lot of Nightfall cards in my deck, so leaving myself the flexibility to trigger Nightfall with that card is ideal, I think. Don't have somewhere to be, apparently. Kristen joined a few months ago for the MTGA tournaments. My boyfriend got me into watching your videos. We met online. His tag was Avian's MTG, and my first message was Magic, like Magic the Gathering, and we've since switched to Runeterra. Thanks, Chrissy. I appreciate the third of the year. Glad you're enjoying the Runeterra stuff. I am too. It's a lot of fun. Maybe the elephant was the one guy. Real life comes up sometimes. As a father of 3 small children, occasionally you need to step away from your computer. Things take precedent over video games on occasion. Been a longer climb in this gauntlet, but we're up to 5 wins now. Opponent playing again, like, it's tough to estimate archetype in the Singleton, because, like, these 2 champions say controlling, these champions say aggro. I think I'm mulliganing Gotcha. I'm gonna keep these other aggressive curve cards. Damn it, Gotcha. Another person playing only 2 regions. I wonder how many people that are playing 2 region decks in this didn't realize that they could play a third.
I pull the strings.
We take some overwhelm here, but these trade, which I think is fine for us. It's pretty good. Yeah, the fact that you have to, I think from a software perspective, the deck editor in Runeterra is definitely thing that needs work the most. And the fact that you had to select Singleton from the deck list menu in order to actually add a third region to your deck was kind of unintuitive.
I can do this. How can Brom help?
Is that how you did it? Yeah. Yeah, from the deck editor page, if you click the format drop down and select Singleton, lets you do it from there.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings.
Brom is really good here.
My shield, we should be friends. It is easy, see?
Diana and Nocturne are champions that are pretty easy to level up. Ezreal takes forever to level up, but Ezreal's base level is just like a good unit. It's got a good stat line. How was Zelda last night? Really good, Texas Horror. We got right up until the point before the next Divine Beast. So at the start of our session next Sunday, we'll be kicking off with the Divine Beast segment, the flying one.
Thinking more pew-pewing.
All my plays here seem kind of bad. Braum is just a giant brick wall. You want Braum to get his power back? I think Braum's fine without his power.
Come on, Fishbones. I don't wanna.
Stand behind Brom.
The Judge of Nature, 39 months, jumped into playing Runeterra a few weeks ago and I've been loving it. Can I put this towards Lulu Shen, although it's not as competitive? Yeah, definitely. If you could drop it through the forum, Judge, that'd be great. I think Lulu Shen's sweet. I actually think Lulu's a really fun champion. Thanks for the 24 months, half quarter. I have made a short-term decision on Magic stuff. So my plan for the short term is that I'm not intending to return to Magic until December at the earliest. If my sub count stays above 1,500, I'm probably not going back to Magic even in December. Really been enjoying the mix of Runeterra and variety stuff, and I'd prefer to focus on playing games on stream that I enjoy more, if the metrics permit. We lost, so it wasn't fun. Jinx does have big card game energy. Could Magic be the variety segment? Well, if you wanted to pay me enough money to get cards for a deck, maybe. I don't know. I'm also just, like, happier not promoting Wizards of the Coast. Broken Appendages, thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. In addition to, like, issues with the arena economy and the issues Magic has had managing their formats recently, like, Wizards and the people that work there just make me feel bad about myself as a person and a content creator. And I'd prefer to make stuff and promote games that I don't have a pretty toxic relationship with. Did I mention Broken Appendages there? Thanks for the Bezo bucks. I appreciate the support. Thanks for keeping me around. I think we're just putting our dorks out and trying to curve here, right? Their champions look pretty mid-rangey here. Pretty sure we want to just open attacks here. If we play something else out, it could obviously attack this turn, but then my opponent gets a chance to deploy blockers like this beforehand, which isn't great for us.
I can do this. Run them through. Aha! Hardly fair.
Do I want to try and trade here? I feel like I do. I think I'm gonna go Jury Rig into Pale Cascade. Opponent's regions have a lot of tricks in them here, but like if they're using up a trick dealing with this, I think that's kind of okay for us. And like, if this trade happens, I'm also okay with that, because like getting a 2-4 out of the way is a pretty good deal. Sure. Okay.
Come closer. I don't bite.
I think we're just opening on attacks here.
Just gonna put this here.
Close my eyes. Make it fair.
Yeah, I think so, Red Link. A donation to do a specific thing in an open world game? That seems reasonable. It's a big scary dragon chat. Am I playing Sump Dredger out here? I think so. And I think I'm gonna gem him, so that way if they want to try and kill him with the dragon, they have to trade. Boom Kuruki was a 1-4. That one's before my time.
Riposte? You are. Aha! Backfired.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
Jump Wump here with the ever relevant practical life advice for what you should be doing when you go out. Put on your mask, secure your tail, start your day.
Still see far and clear.
Listen to Chump Wump chat. He's just trying to stop COVID.
Looking into the future, I see.
Purple? I think we start here and then play Diana, and then Diana plus Mentor of the Stones can perhaps try and kill this dragon. I have Bastion this way too, to protect a threat. Of course, they've already played Concerted Strike. My opponent is playing Freljord, so I feel like there's... How do we feel about a proactive Bastion on Diana here? It's bad against a pump spell. We're gonna get devoured by Judgment. So proactive Bastion is better against Frostbite, but worse against them having like a Pale Cascade. Well, I guess it still beats Pale Cascade. It's ours. Wait, what? Oh no! Oh, I forgot. I forgot he was about to get bigger. Man, that's our second time getting blown out by a Judgment in Singleton Gauntlets.
Live in fear.
No. We had an okay run. That's actually kind of a mediocre run, huh? I think we ended up 4-4. Definitely felt a little bit less powerful. Lost to Judgment, it needs to be nerfed. Yeah, Judgment with Fury units is very, very good. Is Judgment's the closest thing we have to an instant speed sweeper in this game, right? Warping Whale or Warping whatever it's called, the 5-mana one is kind of close, but that only deals 1. So, I think if you're someone that hasn't... Withering Whale, that's the one. Warping Whale's the magic card. If you're someone that hasn't done a Gauntlet yet, we got really close with this Bilgewater, Noxus, Freljord mid-range deck. We went 6-1. We didn't take any losses until the one that actually counted. This will be up on YouTube at the end. At any rate, that's going to wrap my Runeterra stuff for the day. We're going to shift gears. We're going to do another hour of the indie card game Fatal Core that we were playing a bit of last week and the week before. If you're just here for Runeterra stuff, I'll be back with more Runeterra tomorrow morning. I think we're going to do some expeditions tomorrow.